Hey guys, this is Robin from Autonetic, and today I'm coming to you with a different kind of video. In this video I'll give you some car buying advice in different price ranges. In this video I've got three price ranges. The price ranges being around 10,000 euros, 20,000 euros and 30,000 euros. Please note that the prices of these cars are from Austrian markets, because I live in Austria, and the possibility is very high that the cars are either more expensive or cheaper in your market. So please bear that in mind. Also, this is just my opinion. You don't have to agree with my opinion, and I know there are many more awesome cars in these price ranges, but I've compiled a list of 3 cars in each price range that you have an overview of sporty cars you can get with these different budgets. Okay, so let's get started. In my price range around 10,000 euros, the first car I've got is the Audi TT. Built from 2008 to 2014, this is the MK2 model of the Audi TT, and the horsepower ranges from 160 to 360 horsepower. The torque ranges from 250 to 465 Newton meters, and of course the highest horsepower and Newton meter figures are reserved for the TT RS model, which is not in the price range, around 10,000 euros. But I just wanted to include it so we got the full facts of this car. The TT comes with naturally aspirated and turbo engines with 4, 5 or 6 cylinders. The displacements of the engines range from 1.8 liters to 3.6 liters, and the car comes as front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. With the TTRS, the TT goes up to 280 kilometers an hour, that's 173 miles an hour. As I said, the car has the possibility of having all-wheel drive. That's of course only in the Quattro models of Audi. The car has got decent power that is distributed with a 6-speed manual or some automatic gearboxes. The TT got okay quality and is very dailyable. It looks good in my opinion, and the main reason why I included it on this list is because it's available all around the world. Also, most of the engines are very tunable and you can get a decent amount of power with still high reliability out of it. The second car on my list, around 10,000 euros, is the BMW E92 or E93, whatever you prefer. The E92 is the coupe version of the 3 Series, and the E93 is the cabriolet version. The horsepower ranges from 122 to 420, and you get from 160 to 400 Newton meters of torque. Engines vary highly, and you get naturally aspirated engines to turbo diesel engines with 4, 6 or even 8 cylinders with the M3. Of course, still the same as with the TT, the M3 is not in the price range around 10,000 euros. The engines vary between 1.6 to 4 liters, and you can get either rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Also, the top speed goes up to 280 kilometers an hour, that's 173 miles an hour, depending on which engine you get. The E93 and E92 has many engines to choose from, it being diesel engines, petrol engines. You really have a big variety, and you will most likely find something that fits your needs very well. There are manual and automatic gearboxes. The car has premium quality in general, and it is a very cool and sporty daily driver. Some engines are even highly tunable, for example the N54 engine that you get in the 335i. Many people consider the N54 as the new 2JZ because it's just so capable and so tunable. Next on this list I've got the Mazda MX-5 NA, NB or even NC. This means you've got 3 model ranges to choose from, which were built between 1989 and 2015. The horsepower ranges from 110 to 160 horsepower. You can get different torque levels from 135 to 188 Newton meters, and all of the MX-5s have naturally aspirated engines with 4 cylinders. The displacement of the engines ranges from 1.6 liters to 2 liters. The MX-5 is the highest selling roadster of all time. It is a very small and very quirky weekend car, and it is super lightweight. It got a 50-50 weight distribution and comes as rear-wheel drive only. I think it's a really awesome budget drag car, and if you get the 1.8 liter version of the NA model, you even get a locking differential. So next up, we are in the price range around 20,000 euros. First in this list, I've got the Golf 7 GTI. The Golf 7 GTI has different horsepower levels. I think the highest horsepower is reserved for the Golf GTI TCR, as far as I know, with 290. And the standard models range from 220 to 240 horsepower, of 45, I think, with performance models. All GTIs have turbocharged 4-cylinder engines. You've got 2 liters of displacement and front-wheel drive only, and you can go up to 265 kilometers an hour top speed. That's 165 miles an hour. The Golf 7 GTI comes with manual and automatic gearboxes. The automatic gearbox is the DSG you all know of. I think the GTI is not too aggressive looking. It's highly tunable. Many tuners have gotten over 500 horsepower from this engine, and it still stays reliable, and it's really highly recognized by car people. The car comes as front-wheel drive only, and it remains very practical due to the hatchback form of the car. The second car in the price range of 20,000 euros is the Toyota GT86. It has 200 horsepower from its 4-cylinder Boxster engine, makes 205 Newton meters of torque, got a 2-liter displacement and rear-wheel drive only. It can go up to 226 kilometers an hour, that's 140 miles an hour. The Toyota GT86 is a really affordable budget sports car. It is looking awesome in my opinion. There is a huge aftermarket of JDM and tuning parts. You can supercharge it, you can turbocharge it, you can basically do whatever you want. It is said to be a really good driver's car and also a very good beginner track car. The Porsche Boxster 986 is the next car on my list, just because who would think that you can drive a sporty Porsche under 20,000 euros? The Porsche Boxster ranges from 204 to 265 horsepower, and the torque ranges from 245 to 310 Newton meters. It's got a 6-cylinder Boxster engine and between 2.5 to 3.2 liters of displacement. It got rear-wheel drive only and can go up to 266 kilometers an hour if you choose the right model. 266 kilometers an hour is around 165 miles an hour. The Boxster, of course, only comes as a convertible, and I think it's such a good pick because you get the unique Porsche sound we all love, and who wouldn't want to drive a Porsche with 20,000 euros? It's a really enjoyable weekend car because you can take the roof off and enjoy some mountain roads. It's very nimble and has super good handling, and prices, as I said, they vary heavily. Next up on my list we are at 3 cars around 30,000 euros. And first up on this list I've got the Mercedes C63 AMG. It got 457 horsepower, makes 600 Newton meters of torque. You got the big 6.2 liter V8 we all love. It comes, of course, rear-wheel drive only, and it goes up to 280 kilometers per hour. That's 174 miles an hour. The C63 AMG comes as a coupe, sedan or station wagon. It got the deep grumbling V8 sound of the 6.2 liter V8. And saying that, it is one of the last Mercedes to carry the 6.2 liter V8 engine. It is very subtle looking, but also super quick, and prices will probably go up in the future just because it's one of the last of its kind. It has got many different drive modes, ranging from comfortable ones to sporty ones, and I think it's just a good pick as a daily driver if you don't mind the gas it consumes. Next up on this list, I've probably got a pretty controversial pick, but I think it's in this price range is a very good car, and that's the Ford Mustang EcoBoost. The Ford Mustang EcoBoost pushes 317 horsepower, 420 Newton meters of torque, and got a 4-cylinder turbo engine. The one you also find in the Focus RS. The only difference I know of is the turbocharger. The rest stays the same. Comes as a coupe and as a convertible, and has a very light and reliable engine, since it's only 4 cylinders. It is cheaper to insure than the 8-cylinder variant, and it still got the awesome looks of the V8. I think it will probably even get cheaper because it's not the most sought after version of the Mustang, let's be real. But I think that's good because you get a really good bang for the buck. In Europe, it's the best way to drive an American muscle car on a budget because over here they are pretty expensive. And as I said, I'm looking at Austrian prices only. I'm pretty sure you can get a Mustang with a V8 engine over in America at this price. But as I said, Austrian prices and Austrian market, so we don't get these things that cheap, sadly. But I think that's a good way to go. The last car I want to talk about in the 30,000 euros price range is the Hyundai i30N or the Veloster N. I think these cars are very much underappreciated because you can get them new for around 30,000 euros or dollars, whatever. They make decent amount of power. They come between 250 and 275 horsepower and they push 353 Newton meters. They got 4-cylinder turbocharged engines with 2 liters of displacement and they come as front-wheel drive only. They go up to 266 kilometers an hour, which is 165 miles an hour. Why do I list this car in this video? Just because I think you can't get a better new car for this price point if you want a sporty car. The Hyundai i30N comes as an hatchback and sedan, and the prices are around 30,000 euros. You get a super quick car. It's the direct competitor to the GTI. And it is super agile, fun to drive. It pops and bangs from the factory. Just listen to the videos. I can actually put one in here right now. Listen to that. It sounds just awesome in my opinion. Awesome, isn't it? Then, after all, it got launch control and is easy to daily drive, but also you got the perfect weekend car to have fun in. If you can't get the i30N, I think American markets don't get it, but American markets get the Veloster N, which is basically nearly the same car, and it starts at $27,600 and is just as awesome as the i30. It has radical looks and just its signature 3-door body style, and it's just an overall awesome car. And I can highly recommend it that you look at reviews of this car because I think it's very much underappreciated. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate everybody that watches them until here. If you have any recommendations, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't yet, I would really appreciate that. And also please like the video if you want to see more of this content. See you in the next video.